presentation will show us what is define and measure stages involved in Six Sigma project. So in this green belt training, this is the training package designed to support the green belt training. The slides contained in this package are experts from black belt and DMAC training and represent the minimum to improve the level of playing field for all the green belts. Black belts should expand on the training package to include specific tools and concepts relevant to this project. These are the main requirements, certification requirements at Caterpillar for green belts, black belts and master black belts. Green belts need to require the training from the black belt leading Six Sigma project, which the green belt is the first participating. Pass online written exam for DMAC and DMAD manufacturing engineering or DMAD transformational pass score at least 75%. Participate on 2 or more transition projects with at least 100,000 combined certification benefits at US. For black belts, there are higher levels of requirements. Similarly, for master black belts, there are elevated level of requirements there. So in this set of module under define opportunities, we mainly discuss introduction to Six Sigma at Caterpillar. Yes, it's this current module. Introduction to Six Sigma methodologies, process management overview, DMAC overview. When we say DMAC, it is define, measure, analyze, improve and control. These are the main phases of a Six Sigma project. We call it the Six Sigma methodology for improving an existing process. Similarly, DMAD is used to design something afresh, something very new. So there, DMAD refers to define, measure, explore, develop and implement. With the CPS overview, which stands for Caterpillar Production System Overview, introduction to define. More elaborating on the define stage. Mainly in this training, we focus on DMAC training, DMAC methodology. So validate the business opportunity, project charters. All the project starts with the project charter, where the project sponsor or the person who has the problem will give more details and elaborate about the problem and explains why it is important to run such project. Assessing and managing risk. Relevant to say, all the continuous improvement projects bring change about in the environment at the moment. So whenever there's a change involved, there is a risk involved with the change. So how do we assess and manage that part of it? It's also an essential part of a Six Sigma project. Document and analyze processes. As we try to improve an existing process, we need to have a baseline to improve from. So this baseline, the standard to improve from, becomes from documenting a process. then analyzing to identify how and where to improve. SIPOC, which stands for specific type of process maps, it comes under analyzing process. SIPOC, top-down, functional deployment, value stream map, value all these are types of process documentations, and it goes to find out from these, using these process flow diagrams, we can find the value added and non-value added, quick wins using these process diagrams. Then comes define customer requirements. For any project to start, there has to be a customer requirement, and mismatch with the current customer requirement. So knowing exactly what the customer requires is part of the project. The VOC is voice of customer collection process. How do we collect the voice of the customer? And essentially building effective teams. During the define stage, the very beginning of the project, the team formation happens. So in that team formation happens, how do we focus on building a more effective team? And conflict resolution. Whenever a set of people comes together to achieve a common objective in a team, how do we manage conflicts? How do we use contrast between the differences between the team members and bring the synergy to a project with that contrasting? So we talk about the 8 steps of conflict resolution in this particular module. Further, in the measure stage, we'll be talking about introduction to measure, what the measure stage is all about, determine KPIs, the basics of statistics, what statistics means. Statistics becomes a core part of Six Sigma. Population versus samples. Many of you would know what population and samples are standing for. Data types,